I still remember that day like it's burned into my memory. It was one of those heavy summer afternoons where the air barely moves, and everything smells like sunscreen, chlorine, and something you can't quite explain, like something is about to happen. Jennifer texted me that morning. Pool party tonight at Luca's, you're coming, right? Jennifer. Even just seeing her name used to calm me down. We'd been together for almost a year. Not perfect, no, but real. At least that's what I believed. I got there around 7:30 p.m. You could already hear the music from the street, loud bass, people laughing, shouting, splashing in the water. That chaotic summer energy where everyone seems alive, except you don't realize yet that your world is about to fall apart. I walked in trying to spot her, and then I saw her. Jennifer was standing near the pool, her hair wet, wearing a black swimsuit. She looked perfect, but she wasn't alone. There was a guy next to her, tall, built, the kind of guy who looks way too confident for no reason. He was standing close, too close, leaning in while talking to her, and she was smiling. Not just smiling, that specific smile, the one I thought was mine. Relax, I told myself. It's probably nothing. I moved closer, slowly blending into the crowd. I didn't want to interrupt. I just wanted to understand. Then I saw it. Her hand. She placed it on his chest, lightly, naturally, like it belonged there. He leaned in and whispered something in her ear. She laughed. That laugh. And something inside me shifted. I don't know why I followed them. Maybe because deep down, I already knew. He took her wrist. Not aggressively. Not forcefully. Confidently. And she didn't pull away. She followed him. Just like that. They walked toward the quieter side of the pool, near a small gazebo. The music was softer there, the lights dimmer. Fewer people. More privacy. My heart started pounding so loud I could barely hear anything else. Oh, I kept going. Everything breaks. I stopped a few steps away, hidden just enough. And then, it happened. He pulled her closer. And Jennifer didn't hesitate. Not even for a second. She kissed him. Not a mistake. Not confusion. Not something accidental. A real kiss. Slow. Intentional. Wanted. All the collapse. In that moment, everything inside me just dropped. No anger. Not yet. Just emptiness. Like someone had pulled the ground out from under me. All the memories. All the late night calls. All the I love yous. Gone. And the worst part? She looked happy. Happier than she had been with me in weeks. I took a step back. Then another. And another. I didn't want to confront her. Didn't want to yell. Didn't want to be that guy. I just wanted to disappear. I left the party without saying a word. Music still blasting. People laughing. Someone jumping into the pool screaming. And me? Walking through all of it like I didn't exist. I pulled out my phone. No messages. No missed calls. Nothing. Like I was already erased. I opened our chat. Typed. I saw you. I stared at it. For a long time. Then deleted it. Because in that moment, I realized something. When someone betrays you like that, openly, carelessly, there's nothing left to explain. I didn't sleep. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw it again. Her hand. Her smile. That kiss. And one question kept coming back. How long had this been going on? My phone buzzed. It was her. Hey love, you disappeared last night, everything okay? I just stared at the screen. I almost laughed. Almost. And just when I was about to reply, my phone started ringing. But it wasn't Jennifer. It was her mom. Milani. My phone kept vibrating. Her name wasn't on the screen. Milani. Jennifer's mom. I hesitated. Why would she call me? We had always been on good terms, sure, but not like this. Not randomly. Not early in the morning. Something felt off. I answered. Hello. For a second there was silence. Then her voice. Calm. But different. Hey. I hope I didn't wake you. No, I was already up, I said, even though I hadn't really slept. Another pause. Then she said something that made my stomach drop. We need to talk. My mind started racing. About what? I asked, even though part of me already knew. She exhaled softly. About last night. My chest tightened. So she knew. But how much? I saw her, I said. There was no point pretending. Silence again. But this time, heavier. I figured, she replied. That confused me. Figured? I asked. Then she said something I wasn't ready for. You're not the first one. Everything inside me froze. What do you mean? Her voice stayed calm, but there was something underneath it. Disappointment, maybe even anger. Jennifer has been distant lately. Secretive. I've noticed it. My heart started pounding again. Last night just confirmed it. I sat down. I didn't even realize I was standing. So you knew? I asked. I suspected. That word hit hard. Suspected. Meaning this wasn't random. I don't get it, I said. Why are you calling me? Another pause. Longer this time. Like she was choosing her words carefully. Because you didn't deserve that. I swallowed. No one had said that yet. Not even me. Hot beverage the invitation. Then she said it. Can we meet? I hesitated. This was weird. Really weird. Why? I asked. Her answer came quietly. Because I think you need the truth. I think I need to say some things in person. Something in her tone felt real. Not fake. Not dramatic. Just honest. We agreed to meet that afternoon. A small cafe. Nothing fancy. Neutral ground. The whole time before leaving, my head was spinning. Why was she doing this? Why did she care? And most importantly, what else did she know? I got there first, sat down, checked my phone. No messages from Jennifer. Of course. A few minutes later, she walked in. Milani. She looked different. Not like the composed, always in control woman I knew. Tired, but focused. She saw me and gave a small, almost hesitant smile. Then sat down across from me. For a moment, we just looked at each other. No small talk. No pretending. Then she spoke. I'm really sorry. I didn't expect that. Not from her. She's my daughter, she continued, but what she did, it's not okay. There was no defense in her voice. No excuses. Just truth. And that hit harder than anything. Jennifer. She's been changing, Milani said. New friends. New habits. Staying out late. Hiding her phone. Every word added another piece to a puzzle I didn't want to complete. I thought it was just a phase, she admitted. But last night. She didn't finish the sentence. She didn't need to. I don't understand why you're helping me, I said. That was the real question. She looked at me for a long moment, then said, because you were good to her. Simple, direct, and somehow heavy. We kept talking. About Jennifer. About the relationship. About the signs I missed. About the things she noticed. And slowly, something changed. The tension faded. The conversation became natural. Too natural. At some point, we weren't just talking about Jennifer anymore. We were talking about life. Choices. Regret. And that's when I noticed it. The way she looked at me. Not just with sympathy. Not just as her daughter's boyfriend. Something else. Something I couldn't name yet. But I felt it. And I think she did too. I stood up to leave. This was helpful, I said. She nodded. But didn't stand up immediately. Instead she said, you can call me, if you need to talk. I paused. That wasn't just politeness. There was something behind it. As I walked away, one thought kept repeating in my head. This wasn't over. Not with Jennifer. And definitely not with Milani. That same night, around 11:47 p.m., my phone lit up. Milani. I stared at the screen longer than I should have. Then opened it. Did you get home okay? Simple. Normal. Harmless. That's what I told myself. Yeah. Thanks, for today. A minute passed. Then another message. I meant what I said. You don't have to go through this alone. I shouldn't have replied. I knew that. But I did. I know. And that's how it started. At first it was just messages. Short conversations. Checking in. Talking about random things. Then longer chats. Late at night. Every night. It became routine. Strangely, she understood me. Better than Jennifer had in weeks. Maybe months. I kept telling myself, this is wrong. This is her mother. This shouldn't even be happening. But every time I thought about cutting it off, my phone would light up. And I'd answer. Every time. Meanwhile, Jennifer kept texting me. Calling. Acting like nothing had happened. When can I see you? I miss you. Did I do something wrong? I ignored most of it. I didn't have the energy. Or maybe, I didn't want the truth from her anymore. Because I already had it. A week later, Milani asked, do you want to meet again? I knew I shouldn't. I went anyway. Same cafe. Same table. But this time, it felt different. Less tension. More familiarity. Too much familiarity. We talked. Laughed even. And at some point, there was silence. Not awkward. Just quiet. She looked at me. And didn't look away. I felt it again. That same feeling from before. Stronger now. Clear. Dangerous. I shouldn't be here, I said. She nodded. I know. But neither of us moved. Neither of us stood up. Neither of us left. That was the moment. The exact moment the line stopped being a line. And became something we were about to cross. Then my phone buzzed. Jennifer. Calling. Again. I looked at the screen. Then turned it face down. Milani saw it. She didn't say anything. But her expression changed. Just slightly. You should answer, she said quietly. I don't want to. Silence. Then she asked, is it over between you two? I hesitated. Because saying it out loud would make it real. Yeah. She took a slow breath. Like she was deciding something. Then she said, then you need to be sure about what you're doing next. I looked at her. What do you mean? But I already knew. Everything after that felt slower. Like time stretched. Like every movement mattered more. Her hand was on the table. Close to mine. Too close. I could feel my heart pounding again. Just like that night at the pool. But this time, it wasn't breaking. It was choosing. I moved my hand. Just slightly. Enough to touch hers. She didn't pull away. Not even a little. That was it. That was the point of no return. In that moment, everything became clear. This wasn't just comfort. This wasn't just support. This was something else. Something that shouldn't exist. But did. We didn't kiss. Not that day. But something happened that was almost bigger than that. We accepted it. Without saying it. Without defining it. We both knew. Things were never going back to normal. A few days later, everything exploded. Jennifer showed up at my place. Unannounced. Angry. Confused. Desperate. Why are you ignoring me? I opened the door. Looked at her. And for the first time, I felt nothing. I saw you, I said. Her face changed instantly. Color drained. Silence. What? At the party? Now she knew. No more pretending. It wasn't what it looked like. Stop. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't need to. It was exactly what it looked like. She started tearing up, reaching for me. I stepped back. We're done, I said. And that was it. No shouting. No drama. Just over. That night. My phone lit up again. Milani. How did it go? I stared at the message, then replied. It's over. A few seconds later. I'm here. And as I looked at that message, I realized something that honestly scared me. Losing Jennifer didn't hurt anymore. Not really. Because something else had already taken its place. Something complicated. Something wrong. Something real. After that message, I'm here. I didn't reply right away. I just stared at the screen, sitting in the dark, my room completely silent except for the faint buzzing of my phone in my hand. Because now it was real. Not just thoughts. Not just tension. Not just something in the air. This was a choice. And choices come with consequences. I ended up replying. Of course I did. Can I come over? 3 dots. Then. Yes. No hesitation. No questions. Just that. It was late when I got there. The street was quiet. Lights off in most houses. Her house. Jennifer's house. That alone should have stopped me. It didn't. I stood at the door for a few seconds, thinking, if I knock, everything changes. I knocked anyway. She opened the door almost immediately. Milani. No makeup. Simple clothes. Hair tied back. She looked real. Not like someone's mother in that moment. Just a person. A woman. And the way she looked at me. It wasn't confusion. It wasn't doubt. She already knew why I was there. Hey, I said. Hey, she replied. Neither of us moved for a second. Then she stepped aside. Come in. And just like that, I crossed the line completely. The house felt different at night. Quiet. Too quiet. Jennifer's not here, she said. I know. Another silence. Heavy. But not uncomfortable. Just loaded. We stood in the living room. Closer than before. This wasn't like the cafe. There were no distractions now. No noise. No excuses. Just us. I shouldn't be here, I said. My voice was lower this time. More honest. She looked at me holding eye contact. Then why are you? That question hit harder than anything else so far. Because I didn't have a safe answer. Only the real one. Because I wanted to see you. That was it. No more pretending. No more, this is just support. Something shifted in her expression. Soft, but certain. She stepped closer. Slowly. Like giving me time to walk away. I didn't. When she touched my arm, everything else disappeared. All the doubts. All the logic. All that this is wrong. Gone. Because in that moment, it didn't feel wrong. It felt inevitable. Time blurred. Minutes, maybe hours. I don't even remember exactly what we said. Only fragments. Low voices. Half sentences. Long pauses. And the realization growing heavier by the second. There was no undoing this. I woke up on the couch. Sunlight coming through the window. For a second I didn't remember where I was. Then it all came back. Fast. Too fast. I sat up. Heart racing. This wasn't just complicated anymore. This was a mess. My phone. Dozens of notifications. Missed calls. Messages. All from Jennifer. I opened one. Where are you? Another. Why is Mom not answering me? My stomach dropped. I looked up. Milani was standing in the doorway. She had seen my face. What happened? I showed her the phone. Her expression changed instantly. Not panic, but realization. Before either of us could say anything else, the front door opened. Art. Footsteps. Fast. Angry. Jennifer. What the hell is going on? Her voice cut through the house. Sure. Loud. She walked into the living room and froze. Her eyes moved from me to Milani, then back to me. And in that moment, she understood. No way, she whispered. Nobody spoke. Nobody moved. Because there was nothing left to hide. Are you serious? She snapped. Her voice breaking, pointing at both of us. You. And you. I stood up but had nothing to say. Because what could I even say? There was no explanation that made this okay. You're insane, she said looking at me. Then at her mother. You're actually insane. Her voice cracked. Tears started falling. But behind them, anger. Pure anger. Jennifer, Milani started. Don't. She cut her off immediately. Don't even try to talk to me right now. That hurt. You could see it. But Milani stayed calm. Too calm. This is your fault, Jennifer said looking at me. If you didn't come here? No. I interrupted. For the first time. This didn't start here. Silence. You cheated, I said. Quiet. Direct. Her face changed again. From anger to something else. Guilt. But it didn't last long. So that makes this okay? She shouted. No answer. Because it didn't. Not really. She laughed. But it wasn't a real laugh. It was broken. You two deserve each other. Then she turned and walked out, slamming the door behind her. Silence filled the house again. But this time, it was different. Heavier. Permanent. I looked at Milani. She looked back at me. And for the first time, there was doubt. Not about what happened, but about what comes next. Because now, it wasn't just a secret anymore. It wasn't just wrong. It was real. It had consequences. It had damage. And there was no going back to before. 3 months passed. No messages from Jennifer. No calls. Nothing. At first it felt strange. Then normal. Then empty. Because the chaos was gone. But so was everything else. Word got out. Of course it did. Stories like this don't stay hidden. At first it was whispers. Then looks. Then silence when I walked into a room. People didn't ask questions. They already had their version. And in every version, I was the bad one. And maybe they weren't completely wrong. Yes, she cheated first. Yes, I got hurt. But what I did after, that wasn't just revenge. That was a choice. And I had to live with it. Things with Melanie didn't become what you'd expect. No dramatic "we're together now." No perfect ending. Just something complicated. We still saw each other. Not often. Not publicly. Quietly. Like something that didn't belong in the real world. One afternoon we met again. Same cafe. Same table. But it felt different now. Colder. More real. "We can't keep doing this," she said. No hesitation this time. No softness. Just truth. I nodded. Because deep down, I already knew. "What was this?" I asked. She looked at me for a long moment. Then answered. "A mistake that felt right at the wrong time." That line stayed with me. Because it was exactly that. There was no fight. No dramatic goodbye. Just acceptance. We both stood up. No hug. No touch. Because even that felt like too much now. "Take care," she said. "You too." And that was it. No looking back. After that, I was alone. For real this time. No Jennifer. No Melanie. No distractions. Just me. And everything that happened. You think moments like that are about love. Or revenge. Or healing. But they're not. They're about choices. Small ones. That turn into big ones. That change everything. Months later, I saw her. By accident. Different place. Different people. She looked at me. I looked at her. No anger. No sadness. Just distance. Like we were two strangers who knew too much about each other. And that was worse than hate. In the end, nobody really won. She lost me. I lost her. And somewhere in between, we both lost something bigger than the relationship itself. Some stories don't end with closure. They end with silence. And the only thing you're left with is a question that doesn't go away. Was it worth it?